Welcome to mortgagesonline.co.nz's free edition of Choosing the Right Bank. Now, the banks love to get you focused in on interest rates, and they are important, but I would point out that this is one of the areas where banks differ very little, especially after a little bit of haggling. A lot of differences are usually hidden in the interaction you have with the bank after you've taken your home loan approval. This is when things can really start to cost more in terms of time as well as fees. The following are some of the key areas which vary from bank to bank. We'll go through each one of these in greater detail, but generally they tend to be the fees. These are your break rate fees and transactional. The customer service you receive as you walk into a branch, for example. The internet banking, which you'll no doubt end up using. And the ability to hold interest rates. Let's take a closer look at fees. A break rate fee is usually charged if you break out of your home loan during a fixed term. A lot of people don't realize, but there is a difference between banks on this fee. There are some banks which use what they call a retail rate to calculate the break fee. Now this tends to be a lot lower. It pays to ask your bank how they calculate their break fee. Another cost at the moment is your lender's mortgage insurance. Now this only applies if your deposit is less than 20% of the house's value. There is a big difference between the banks on this cost. This used to be a one-off fee, but nowadays some lenders do charge a margin on your interest rate instead. So it pays to do your homework on this. We've seen differences of up to $8,000 on an average size home loan. Most banks will give you a free check account once you have a home loan with them. Some do try and charge a flat monthly fee for all your transactions, and some try and limit the number of transactions you're allowed to have on your account for free. Apart from the fees you pay, the customer service you receive does make you feel differently about a lender, and there's a good reason why certain lenders keep winning awards based on independent surveys. I believe this has a lot to do with the culture and the technology that has been implemented. Having good customer service can mean different things to different people, but I think the common theme is trust. Being able to trust that you're in good hands can save a lot of stress. Sometimes the wrong advice or the lack of advice can end up costing thousands. Using the services of a good mortgage broker can mean consistency in this department, and it can also be nice to know that you only have to deal with the same person, even though you may need to change banks over time. Now let's take a closer look at internet banking. Being able to look back more than 6 months worth of transactions can be very useful, but surprisingly not every bank offers this service. Some restrict this to only 90 days. And how about having to carry around a table or a coding tool so you can work out your password for the sake of security? Is it really necessary? No, not with all banks. Some provide a guarantee for any fraudulent activity and let you choose a static password. These days some banks will also give you the ability to be able to group your expenses and graph them so you can track your spending. Last but not least, your ability to book rates does vary from bank to bank, and specialist advice from a mortgage broker in this area can be very useful. Some banks will enable you to lock in a rate and take a different rate on the day of settlement if it is lower. A lot don't have this ability. I hope you enjoyed our presentation. We are mortgage brokers here in Auckland, New Zealand. Do visit our website at mortgagesonline.co.nz, and we look forward to helping you with your next home purchase.